So we'll crack on with warm up. So we're just going to do some bum kicks. Get our knees nice and warm. Put a bit of boogie into it. Morning Claire, morning Rachel. Just going to warm up a little bit. My legs. Oh my god, I went on a walk yesterday. All around West Kirby, from my house, all around West Kirby, down the prom. And then we went up to the beacon thing. Now bear in mind, I haven't done much exercise over the last couple of weeks because of COVID. Getting up them steps, that beacon, whew, that was a long tester and a half. Okay, so put some shoulders in. It's very aerobic today, isn't it? So just warm up. Make sure you've got your water, a towel if you need it. Obviously your kettlebells. Okay, and some knee highs. Bit of chest press through. So we're just coming forward towards the front. Shoulders right back. And then some twists just to warm up our core. So palms up, elbows in. Lift that heel off the ground. Try not to hit the cupboard like me. It's good to be back this morning. I missed last week. Okay, just to walk through those hammies. So either you pull behind your back or just hold your hands at your back if you want to, if you haven't got a pole. And we're just going to hinge down from our hips, soft knees, just to warm up through those hips and stretch those hammies out a little bit. Goes two up. Make sure we're nice and warmed up. Okay. And then a few little squats. Not too deep, just to warm up again through those hips and knees. Remember, wherever your toes are pointing, that's where your knees are going. We don't want our knees to buckle in as we come back up again, so we need to keep them right out to the side. Grip the floor with your feet, heels down, bottom back. Okay, so we're going to walk. I've put a little bit of rest in today just because my lungs aren't yet at full capacity, so we're going to do 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Just going to do 10 seconds just to bring that heart rate down a little bit before we do the next move. Got 4 moves. I can count this week. 4 moves. We're going to start off with our clean first. So our clean is just going to come up. So going to hike it back and bring it up nice and close to the body. Okay, so from the side, going to hike it back first and then up nice and close to the body and then back through. Okay, the bell twists around your wrist, doesn't flop over the top. So slow motion, up, round. Okay, so that's your clean. Then we've got our press. So it's going to press up. I know, I'm sorry, I know we're doing 100 arms, but we need to get these in with a bit of weight on them. Okay, and then we're going to combine the 2. So we're going to clean up and press. And then by then, we should be nice and warm. Go into our cardio and swing section. So if Amy, I don't know if you've done this before, or Rachel actually. We do a little section at the end of each 3. So we'll do our clean and press. Then we'll do cardio, which is either jumping jacks, skipping on the spot, skaters, squat jumps, whatever you want. Or you can just do swings. I tend to do swing 1 round, a cardio on the 2nd round, back to swings for the 3rd, back to cardio for the 4th. Okay, so there's 4 rounds of these. 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. Going to loop that 4 times. And then we have a little 2-minute rest while I tell you what we're doing the next bit. Okay, so if you get a little bit stuck, don't worry, there's 4 rounds, so you can soon catch up. Okay, and we stay on the same arm for each set, okay, each round. Okay, so we'll start off with our cleans. So grab hold of your bell. You want to start with a lighter bell first if you've got a couple of bells, that is. Then feel free just to warm up a little bit with it, okay? So 30 seconds, are we ready? Get set, and go. So we're going to clean up, and then come back through again, swing down, clean. Okay, so just 30 seconds these, nothing too strenuous. It helps with our back, we're keeping our shoulders back. That arm can go back with us, or we can hold it behind our back so it doesn't pull you forward. There we go, nice and easy. See, 10 seconds rest. And then we're ready for our presses. So just get a breather. Okay, so we're going to clean up first, and then we're going to just press through. Hand is nice and close to your face, and fingers pointing to the ceiling. Don't forget to breathe. Nearly done. And rest. And then we're going to take the 2 and merge them together. So we're going to clean up, press, back down, through, clean up, press. Let's get ready. Clean, press, back down and through. Clean, press, back down, through. Clean, press, back down and through. Good. Good, and rest. And then we're going to come in to our cardio or swings. So I'm going to go swings first. So triangle with your bell, hike your bell back and up. And rest. 10 seconds rest. We're going to come back in with our cleans on our other hand. Okay, so just cleaning up. So through, clean, back through. Remember those shoulders are back. Working all our posterior chain for these. And rest. 10 seconds rest. Going to go into our press next. Okay, so clean up and then just go through that press. Good. Back through. Okay, I'm going to clean and press. Okay, those 10 seconds goes fast. So clean up and press. Back through. Last one. Good. And rest. We're going to come in with your cardio next. So either your jumping jacks, skipping on the spot, skaters, squat jumps, any of those. Nearly done. And rest, 10 seconds rest. Back in with those cleans. So, I'm just going to go up a little bit on this one. Okay. So with the clean, back to the first arm again. Back through. Good. And rest. Get ready for those presses overhead. So height back. And up. Good. And then some clean and press. A few seconds to breathe. Okay. Height back. Press. Back down and through. Gonna come back in with those swings. Okay, so height back. Big hip thrust up. Make sure those thighs quake. And rest. Back into those cleans on the other hand. Last round of these now. So into that clean, up, back through. Ready for those presses. So hike up and press. Remember, hand is nice and close to the face. Elbows pointing forward. Use those knees if you have to. Push. And rest. Coming back in with that clean and press. Last one of these. Okay, so hike back, clean up, press, down, back through. And rest into that cardio section, or you can do strings if you want to, don't mind. Should be nice and warm now. Whew. 10 seconds. Nearly done. And take a rest. Okay, it's got 2 minutes rest now. Still at the top, flapping about. Okay, so next we've got a lunge and row. Now this is the lunge where you're pushing far forward on your knees, so don't stress about that. We're just going to do a little step forward. So inside, step forward, hinge down, and row. Back up. So you're not going into like a full lunge, yeah? Just more like a step forward, hinge down, keep this knee soft, and pull through. Okay? Then we've got bent over flies. So for this one, you're going to hold your bell near the bell itself. So on that little bit where, if you've got any rubbery stuff that's there. So hold on to your bell. I'm going to go out to the side and we're doing one arm at a time on this as well. So we're going to go out. So you're going to think about wings rather than row, yeah? So you're coming out from that shoulder and your elbow is bent slightly as you go up and down, yeah? And then we've got flat chest. So out and back in again, okay? So you can change your weights to that obviously as you go, if you want to, if you've got lower weights. If you find that one quite difficult, feel free to use a lighter dumbbell if you've got a dumbbell. I don't mind. Okay, so we've got about 15 seconds left before we start. Lunge and rowers first. So we're going to take a step forward and row, okay? So the back leg stays straight, the front leg gives a little bit, and you can use that to lean on as well if you want to. And don't forget your weight comes to your hips, so it sort of sweeps back to your hips. And again, these are just 30 seconds, so they're not too long. That's one. Good. Okay, so get a lighter bell if you can, or your dumbbell if you need to, unless you're fine with the other one. Hold on near the base of the bell, and we're just going to take it out to the side. Slight bend in the elbow. Just working those rear delts a little bit. Nearly done. And rest. Okay, go into that flat chest. So upside down bell for balance. And we're just going to go nice and flat. 2 hands out and in. And if you just hold for a little second, at that out. Good, and rest. Into our swings. Few seconds rest. Swing time. Hike that bell back between the legs first. Make sure those shoulders are back. Use those hips. Good. And rest. Gonna come back in for that lunge and row. Second arm. Place that front leg. It's gonna come forward. Slight bend in the knee. And row up. Back. Forward. Row. You should feel that through that hamstring there. Bit of extra bang for our buck. Last one. And bow down. Whoops. Good, good. Okay, so other arm for this. So remember you're holding by the bell. And we're going out to the side. One more. Good. Into that flat chest. So you're going to go out and we're going to hold for a second. Hold. Back in. Hold. Back in. Last one. And back in. Good, okay, into that cardio. Side of jumping jacks. Pretend skipping. Squat jumps, skaters. Any of those. Let's just get our heart rate up. Seconds and take a rest. Okay, we'll come back in that lunge and row. Okay, so grab your bell. Going to step forward, just bend that knee slightly, pull up into that hip, come back, forwards, pull up to that hip, always to the hip, not to your ribs. Okay, so try and engage that lat as much as possible. Last one. Whoop. As soon as I speak, lose concentration. Okay, back in those little flies. So remember, hold by the bell. I'm going to go out. Okay, so your kettlebell is where your shoulder is if possible. And we're flying like wings, not rowing. So all the movement is coming from your shoulder. Good. Into those chest presses next. Just take a few seconds rest. Remember, you're going to hold out for that little second. So you're pushing out flat, hold, bring it back in, hold, back in. A little bit of time and tension for those muscles. And rest. Okay, we're going to come into those swings now for this one. So remember, triangle with the belt, swing back through those legs, shoulders back, hike back, use those hips. Your body should quake as you throw those hips forward. Full lockout all the way through. Shoulders back. We're not hyperextending, just standing up straight. And rest. Okay, last side for this one. Okay, so back to that second arm. Forward. Use that knee. Pull that weight up to your hips. Almost like a sweep. Balance is going a bit now. And rest. Okay, gonna come back out for this little fly. Okay, go to the side. And rest into that flat chest. Okay, ready? Push out, hold, back in. Push out, back in. Out, back in. Few seconds, and rest. Back into that cardio section. Last one of these. Then we'll have a little 2-minute rest. So remember, you can do squat jumps, or you can do jumping jacks, pretend skipping like what I'm doing, some skaters, anything you like really. Whatever makes you happy. There we go. And take a little rest. I don't know what's going on with my t-shirt today. See what I can do with this. So much hotter when it's like over your shoulders. Okay, so the next set, we've got windmills. Okay, so I would suggest using either a light dumbbell or kettlebell, quite a light one for this one really, or even nothing, or your water bottle. Right, so there's 3 ways you can do your windmill. The easiest way is a modified one, which I tend to do quite a lot because I've got some disc problems from years ago, which are fine. on a day-to-day basis, but there's certain things which I know irritate it. Okay, so you can have your legs in an L shape. Come back a little bit. So you've got your right foot out going to your side and your left leg pointing forward, okay? Your bell goes up, and then from this minute, all you're doing is looking at your bell. Yes, this is a modified version of this. You're going to bend this front leg as you go down, and your hand's going to go the inside of your leg. So looking up at your bell, but watch first. Looking up at your bell, down the inside of your leg. So you're down into that full position, yeah? And then you're just going to corkscrew back up again to the front, yeah? Okay, eye on the bell, down, nice and slowly, and all the way back up again. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. Another way is keeping both legs straight, so feet the same position. Let me just pause that for a sec. Feet in the same position, one going out to the side, one going forward. But this time you're going to keep your legs straight. So it's more through those hips, pushing that bottom back a little bit. Yeah? So that's both legs are straight on those. Okay, and you're supposed to keep your eye on the bell the whole time. The third way, both feet forward. This is what kills my back, so I don't do this very often. Okay, so all the way up. You get to know how your body works as well, so you'll know that if you do something for too long, it might irritate something. So, and that's the same thing again. Down the inside of your leg, always to the inside. But both feet are pointing forward. Now when I damaged my back years ago, I literally walked like that for about 6 months because I just couldn't turn my hips in at the time, okay? So, any lower back problems, I suggest doing the one leg out, one leg forward. Okay? So that's your windmill. Then we've got some very, very nice, easy side bends. So we're going to go all the way down to the side, all the way back up. Okay? Imagine there's 2 panels of glass, one in front of you, one behind. And then we've got our rotational press, which we've done a few times. So we're just going to press and push and twist. Corkscrew back down again, okay? So these are all aimed really, mainly for your core section. I don't do a lot of core really in kettlebells. So I thought I'd add one in this time. So we're going to start with doing mills first. If you want to start with the modifications, that's great. And then the same again, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds to either change your bell or get into position for the next move. Okay? So windmills first. Gonna go nice and light today, not silly. Okay? So let's play. So we're gonna have 1 foot forward, 1 foot to the side, and we're gonna slide down. And remember, it's the opposite leg to hand. Windmilling down. Good. And rest. Okay. Next we're going to do side bends. So only one side is weighted, otherwise you're balanced, which is pointless. Okay, so you're going to go down slowly and then pull up. Down slowly. Control that weight on the way down. Good, and rest. And then we're going to go into that rotational press. Notice always keeps the same hand each round. We know where we're going then, don't we? Okay, so we're taking our bell over there, push. Back down, corkscrew back down again, push. Corkscrew on the way back down. Good, and rest. Into our swings or cardio. I'll do one arm swing for this one. You do two-armed if you want to. Just get a bit bored by the third round. Okay. Like to mess up the swings a little bit. Mix them up. Good, and rest. Okay, so we're going to windmill the other side now. Okay, so it's the leg which your kettlebell's in up to the side. The other one's forward. Going to push our bell up. Slide down the inside of your thigh. Back up again. Widen that stance a little bit if you need to for balance. Okay, into those side bends. Same again. Pull down. Snap up. Down slowly. Snap up. I know the temptation is really there to lift your hand, and I do it myself sometimes, but just try to just pull on that bell. Okay, next, oh, press, rotational press. Sorry, I'm mixed up there. Okay, so we're going to push over this way this time, change hands, come back down. Back to that rack position. You might find one side doesn't rotate quite as much as the other one. It'll come over time. Use those legs if you need to. And down. Okay, cardio or swings. I'm going to go cardio. There we go, and take a little rest. Okay, back into that first side windmills. Halfway through now. So I'm going to keep one foot out to the side, but I'm going to keep both legs straight this time. You can bend that one if you want to. That's fine. There we go. And down into those side bends. Okay. So pull down. Snap back up again. Make sure you control on the way down. You've got your belly button sucked in on this one as well, don't forget, guys. Last one. Good. Okay, our rotational press. Set that up. Going over that way. So opposite way to where your bell is. This is my good side. Sneak a last one in. Good. Okay, into those swings. So if you did a one arm swing before, you need to do a one arm swing now. If not, just stick to your two. Still slapping those hips. Same way. And rest. Last round. So windmill again. And try and keep those legs straight this time. Still got that leg out to the side a little bit though. Oops. Down the inside of that thigh. Oops. And down. Okay, side bends. So we're going down slowly. Snap up. Good. Into that rotational press. So go in the opposite side and push. As I say, one side might twist a little bit better than the other. Should be a little bit warmer now though, through that core. And then our last little round, cardio or swings. Last one. Seconds left. Nearly done. And finished. Workout complete. Okay, so just get your breath back, have a little drink. Nice big arm circles, breathe out on the way down. And in. We haven't done a lot of legs today, but we'll just do a little stretch. Just for those hammies. So one foot forward, one foot back. Lean on that leg which is bent at the back, the other leg straight. So I can see you very well from there. Actually, maybe I'll come this way maybe. Okay, so I'm leaning on this bent leg at the back. And we're going to tip back a little bit. Then we're just going to go forward and lift that toe. And then if you can't feel that going up into your glutes, you just want to stick your chest out and you should feel that up in your glutes. Then both knees come up, change legs, same again, bend that knee, push back, tip forwards, Lift that toe. Chest out to stretch through that glute. Then both knees come up. Little quad stretch. Nearly done now, guys. And release. Hold legs. And release. Okay, little back stretch. I'm going to push out, round out your back. Push far forward as much as possible. Push, push, push. Bring it back round to the back. Hold on to your wrist. Push down. So we're not lifting our chest up because we just want to stretch those muscles. Okay, so pull that through. So my chest is down, it's not up in the air, yeah? So you just want to stretch the muscles, not your actual chest itself, not your rib cage, should I say. Okay, and then some shoulders. Bring those across. Nice big stretch, a few nice big deep breaths. And then change arms. In again. Nice big stretch, a few deep breaths. Well done, everybody. It was nice to be back. I'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.